Those of you who aren't familiar with Lafayette in Fort Greene, this is really charming area. I mean, it's just beautiful brownstones throughout. You can see here a lot of greenery, a lot of good restaurants, and it's about a 25-minute walk from Brooklyn Heights. Or you can take the A train, or the C train, excuse me, at High Street and get off at Lafayette. It's about a 7-minute ride once you're on the train. So it's pretty close. And they have a lot of really nice buildings around here. Again, you can see the housing stock, and here I'm on Oxford Street here and Lafayette. It's just incredible. And there's another one of my favorite cooperatives, and that's 101 Lafayette, the Griffin. And as you can see, it's just a gorgeous building. It reminds me of like Park Avenue, some of those beautiful buildings. And I would think a 1-bedroom maybe. It's a little over 500. It still isn't cheap, but you might be able to negotiate. It's just beautiful. And I love those windows. And there's apartments available. How about that? So that's Oxford and Lafayette. Now we're looking at a condominium complex that I find very interesting. It's called the Sanctuary. I'm going to read something from Brownstoner that describes a little bit about the Sanctuary. All things considered, things have worked out pretty well for the developers of the Sanctuary. The converted church and adjacent row house at 264 Cumberland Street in Fort Greene. The 13-unit project hit the market in May 2008, and by the end of the year, 5 units were in contract. Since then, another 5 have been spoken for, leaving just 3 available apartments. To try to wrap things up, their asking prices in all 3 were reduced last week. There's an open house on Sunday from 12 to 2. Now we're going to look at another condominium development that I really like in the Fort Greene area. It's called Cumberland Greene. And what separates this development from others is the landscaping in the front and the backyard. Believe it or not, there's a waterfall in the backyard, and a pretty decent sized one at that. What I like to do is try to get a better look. Let me see if I can get in there, of the landscaping in the back. I'll go to the window and see if we can get a better view. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully you can see this now. The landscape, it's like having a forest in your backyard. It's really incredible. And you can see the size of the apartments are pretty big. But then again, they're asking for quite a bit of money. Here, let me read something from Brownstoner. That might help you appreciate it. The sensitively designed townhouse-style new development at 237 Cumberland Street in Fort Greene. After hitting the market in late spring of this year, and that's '08, after a very positive reception on the Fort Greene house tour, the largest of the 4 units, the bottom one that we just looked at, went into contract fairly quickly. Since then, though, there's been no action. On the other hand, prices haven't budged either. They still range from $1.65 million to $1.799, basically 1.8. A tough sell at a time when townhouse prices in the area are edging pretty close to those numbers. In part 3 of our Fort Greene tour, we're now going to visit some of the interesting restaurants in the Fort Greene area.